And then the next part of our owl we can do is the ears. So the ears, this is going to be a great horned owl. So you're going to do a diagonal straight line from the corner, from the top left corner of your rectangle, going in towards the middle, and then the same thing on the other side, another diagonal straight line going in. And then we're going to do a curved line to connect them. So we have, this is the top of the owl's head. Okay. And then we're actually going to play around with the negative space. So we are going to do a little triangle right here. So you can start with a straight line going across, and then an angled line. So this is going to be the beak. Okay. And then the eyes, we can play around with making it like look a little evil, since it's like spooky Halloween, right? The eyes are going to go from, let's see, you're going to leave a little tiny bit of space from your triangle, and you're going to do a diagonal straight line going up towards the ears on either side. And then you can do a curved line so this shape is a half circle. There we go. And then we want to leave the pupil. So we actually are going to do another curved line inside, and that's going to serve as the pupil of the owl. And let me zoom in so you guys can see that a little better. And just so you don't get confused, we can color in the area that we want to remove, we want to cut out. So the area that you want to color in is going to be the triangle for the beak, and then this kind of rainbow arch shape for the eyes. Go. That way we know that is where we are going to remove the paper, and I'll show you how some little cutting tricks on that. And then right now it's like really simple block shape at the bottom, but we want to give it a little bit of wings, a little texture. So you're going to do a straight line coming in from the bottom left and the bottom right. So that'll become the wing. And then this is going to be the body. You're going to do a curved line on either side. So this one is going to be a little bit more challenging to cut out, but I know you guys can do it. So when you are done with that, we can just start by cutting the simple shape. So the simple shape we started with was the rectangle. So just go ahead and start with the straight edges of your rectangle. Nice. And then you can, one trick is you can line up your blade with however long the line is you're going to do. So it's just going to be right to here. And so you're just using the top of the blade. Or you can put it in the middle, but you just have to be careful to stop right when you get to the line. So those are two different ways that you can use the blade of your scissors. And then you're just going to slide your scissors in here. So I'm just gonna, push the blade down for the ear. Or I guess it's the horn, the great horned owl. And then same thing for the bottom. So the outside of the shape, it's called the contour line. So we're just cutting on the contour line. And then you guys just give me a thumbs up when you're ready for me to show you how to get into some of these smaller areas, okay? I'll give you some more time. So, like always, you know, you guys can follow along with me, or if you came up with a different idea of a different animal or, you know, spooky Halloween shadow shape you want to do, you're always welcome to go off on your own. I like to show you guys stuff as inspiration, and then you can come up with your own ideas. There's some really amazing ones here. Oh, you can also play around with scale. So scale is how big something is. It's also known as proportion. So if maybe you wanted, you know, this to be a giant owl, like a giant monster owl, and you wanted a tiny little person, so you would draw like a small little person and cut it out. So you could play around with the scale. Or, you know, this could be small and you could do a bigger shape here. So that's also important when you're thinking about, you know, different characters, is the scale and, you know, how that plays into the overall like theater, the play of it. So, are you guys ready to cut out the beak? Yeah? Okay, cool. So for the beak, it's going to be easiest if you fold your owl in half. So you can fold it, and if you do it down the middle, like, you know, like we talked about with our symmetry. Okay, you fold it in half, and then you'll be able to cut this little triangle. And when it's folded, you're going to be able to, you know, cut it out. Okay, it's going to look something like that, a little skinny little triangle. And then when you open it back up, you have your beak.
I cut the eye too.
You cut the eyes too, yeah. You can also cut the eyes, that's right. So for the eye, I would fold it down the middle again, but each one is going to be a little different. So this is going to look like that. The fold is going to look like that. And you just have to be really careful with it. Okay. So I got the pupil, I folded that out of the way, and then I can fit my blade in of my scissors and then just go around. So this is it's a trick. By folding it, you're able to get to the middle without having to cut from the edges. So that's just a trick that, you know, some of you probably already have learned before. So the reason why we left the black is because we want that black up against the, oh, that's great, Shogo. Here, let me show everyone. So see that Shogo has cut his out, and he has a strong light source, and he can play around with how big or small it is. So when he holds his owl really close to the flashlight, it looks super big up against his blinds. And when he holds it further away, then it gets smaller. So that's how you can also play around with scale too. Nice. Awesome. All right, so I'm just gonna go back to, you know, cutting out the other eyes, if you're with me on that. So you're just gonna fold this in half this way. Okay. And then you can cut, you wanna cut along the bottom edge of the pupil. Then you can open it up. And even if you want to fold the pupil out of the way, you can fold it That way it's not in the way, and then you can cut the rest of that. Yes, that's right. Awesome. Okay. Yep, so there's my little shape. So that's another one. Let me go back to my list here. Oh, you didn't see how to cut out the eyes? Oh, okay. Let me try to do that. I'll do it again a little bigger to show you guys. It's a little challenging, but let me see. So if this is your eye.
We can't see. All I see is you. I guess you can't see.
Oh, here. There you go. My bad. My bad, Osiris. Okay, cool. So this is your eye. I drew it bigger so you could see it. All right. So, and then we have this colored in, right? Because this is the whites of the eyes, so we want to get rid of that, so that the light can go through the whites of the eyes and show up on the on the wall. So you want to fold it like this. So see how we have a half circle right here? You want to fold it. You can even put a line if you want to, if it'll help you. Okay, you want to fold it through the middle of that half circle.
Now, how do you do it with this? I don't get it.
Let me see.
Fold it.
Oh.
It's like,
The same way. So your fold is going to look like this. Oh, sorry. I'm going to fold it like that. So kind of like right near to the right of your ear, you're going to do a diagonal fold. Do you see that?
yeah.
Okay. So if you fold it like that, then you can cut into it. Yeah, so you're just going to, and once it's folded in half, this is just bigger, just so that you guys can see a little bit easier. So you're going to want to cut along the curved line first. And then you want to cut on this straight line. And you can also, cut along this curve too, right there. So this is the shape, see this right here? That's the shape that you want to cut off. You don't want this anymore. Put it to the side. And then this is what it's going to look like before you open it up. So when you unfold it, you should have your eye. So this is the whites of the eyes, and that's the pupil. It's a little bit challenging, but I know you guys can get it. Okay, so let's see. Are we ready for the next one? Yes. What's up, Shogo?
Use a tiny scissors to cut out the moon.
Oh wow, those are very tiny. Yeah, those probably work really great for this project today too. Okay. So I saw a crow and a ghost. Yeah, I think we could probably just do, let's start with the ghost first. It'll be a little bit easier, and then we'll see if we have time for the crow. Okay? All right, so there's many different ways you can do a ghost, There's like cute ghosts. Let me switch my screen over to show you guys again. Here. So yeah, there's like, this guy, he's like a scary ghost that has his, arms up, right? This is like a good ghost. Or it could be a cute little ghost here. You can put more curves on it. So there's many different ways you can do it. See if I can find any other cute ideas. this guy with the simple eyes, you know, the little circles peeking out. So which ghost do you guys like? You let me know if you have a preference.
Did you get that from?
Well, maybe. Do you guys like this one here?
Can you see me?
Let me see. Okay, I'll just do. Oh wow. Looks like Brando and Marshall are in the dark. Let's see.
Actually, our camera for some reason isn't working.
Oh, really? It's so funny. I just see a little. It looks like a light, like a little tiny flashlight moving around. How funny. Okay. All right. So, let me go back here, and we'll just make this cute little ghost here. Okay, so the ghost is going to have more organic shapes. So we have a lot of, you know, geometric shapes on these guys. So the organic shapes are going to be the more curved ones. And so we can start out with a little drawing, and you can, you know, draw whatever kind of ghost you want. I'm going to work in this little area here. And maybe you want to play around with scale. So maybe you want to make this much bigger. So you can start out with, let's see, with a curved line for the head. And then we can do the arms. We could do some curves here for the arms. And then you can, you know, do whatever kind of bottom you like. So it could be curving down on either side, and you could do some little curve lines here. Another ghost shape you could do, it's a little bit cuter, is you could do this curve at the bottom, and then it curves all the way up and spins around. The bottom looks a little bit like a snail tail. So that's another one you could do. And then the cutout that we want to do, the negative space we want are the eyes. So you could play around with the shape of the eyes. So I would say just sketch them out and see what you like. You could do tiny little circles. You could do big, long ovals. And also the placement is going to look different. So if I have my eyes a little further apart versus, you know, if I do another one right here, show you, versus really close together, it's a totally different look, right? So you guys play around with what kind of shapes you like for them, and then we can cut them out. So like the rest of these shapes, you always want to start with, you know, cutting the big areas off. So for this, I would cut from the arms to the bottom of the ghost, cut across, and then from this arm over. And then that way all this extra paper is out of the way, and then you can use your blade to get closer in there. For this one, the simple shape would be an oval, so I would cut out oval. And then just start cutting out, you know, the contour, so the outline. Oh, this is reminding me, I'm trying to remember who did the lesson with me, but remember when we did the lesson where we painted ghosts on magazines? There were some funny ones. Someone painted with white paint a ghost on a riding a horse. Was it, who did the funny one? I think, was it you, Nina? You did the ghost having a spa day. Yeah, that was funny. So that would be a photo collage. That's something you guys could do too. You know, if you didn't want to make a shadow puppet, you could even, you know, glue these onto magazines or pictures. It's kind of funny.
It was Lola, right?
Oh, it was Lola. Oh, it was Lola. Yeah, that's right. What did you do for yours, Osiris? I'm trying to remember. What? Oh, you didn't? I remember someone did a ghost riding a skateboard too. That was funny. All right, so when you are done with the shape, the outline of your ghost, for the eyes, it's similar to how we did the owl. So, you know, you just want to fold them in half. So you want to fold each of the eyes in half. So, you know, for this one, I might fold it its head down. Oh, great. Okay, that's fine. Maybe you can come up with another design you want to do if you're done. So you're cutting out the semicircle, the half circle here. So that's what it's going to look like once you cut it out, and then you're going to flip the head back up. You're going to have these small eyes. Same thing with the ovals. You're just going to want to, you know, fold the head down. You want to push the head down backwards, because if you fold it this way, you can't see the lines you created, right? It's just a little, you know, common sense, but just to, you know, clarify. And then here you're going to do your curve lines. And then when you are ready, if you wanted to attach popsicle stick, I also just thought of, if you don't have a popsicle stick, you can even use a pencil, you know? You could just tape it to the top of a pencil. So you just want to, you probably want to turn it backwards so you don't have any of your lines, right? So if you turn it backwards, it's nice and in black or white. And then you're just going to, you know, you can put your pencil or your stick, whatever you have, whatever you can find. Grab a little bit of tape. Tape it down, and you got yourself a little puppet. Cool, yeah, Shogo's really going to town with his he has a great flashlight for that, his shadow puppets. Nice. Yours is a happy ghost, it has a smile on.